Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It is I, Test on a Quest, aka Johnny, and I hope everyone is having a great, wonderful day. And in today's video, we are going to be continuing our accepting all trades with the Montreal Canadiens. So in the last episode, we did the entire first season, the off season. So this is what we are going to be looking like. So it will be Caulfield, Suzuki, Demidov, Bolduc, Safkowski, Jamie Benn, who the AI signed captain, Armia, who is now back, JVR, who the AI signed in free agency as well, Philip Deno, and Alex Newhook. Defensively, Lane Hudson is with Noah Dobson, and when we did trade for Drew Doughty, who's with Michael Matheson, Hayden Gooley is paired with Brett Burns, and in net it is still Montembeault and Jakub Dobish. Scratched for now will be Matthew Olivier and Ilya Mikheyev. So the plan is still to let the AI keep control until at least the trade deadline, and then trade deadline will go into it, and that's when I'm allowed to take over. So let's just go ahead and we are going to simulate all the way to the trade deadline. Well, I should have done the day before actually. Because I gotta make sure I turn everything back to me in control, not the AI. Here we go. So we start the season with a win. Obviously, we want to be winning games because we want to be in the playoffs for this second season. There's our first loss, comes to Dallas. 4-1 start. That's a good start. Let's go. Now that I say that, we've lost 3 of our last 4, 4 of our last 5, and we win against Buffalo. 5-4 after the first month is not horrible, but we can be better. 3-1 loss to Carolina. Columbus, oh boy. Philly, oh boy. This is up to the AI. I can't control any lineups. It's all of them. We've only won 1 game. Sean Farrell's out in the minors. We'll just go best lines because obviously it's up to the AI. Oliver Kapanen is now out with an injury. Okay. Both our wins have come on a Tuesday. We don't have a Tuesday next week, so I don't think we're gonna get another win here, boys. Yep. Oh my god. 7-12. There's our first win. Comes on a Wednesday. 2 wins in a row. Can we make it 3 to end the month? No. So December 1st comes and we haven't had any trade offers, which I guess is kind of a good thing. So I don't know if I want the AI to be sending me offers. So 5-2 loss. Still no trade offers. If there's no trade offers by January 1st, I will fix the trade block just to see. We should be getting like a little bit of deals here and there. We are last in the division. We are more than 10 points out of the wild card, so we did beat San Jose 10-1 though, so that's a really good win. We've gotten points in 3 of our last 4 games. 13, 18, and 2. 3 games remaining. We lose. We win. And the last one, oops, should have done best lines there. Ottawa is a loss. So we are still not good. We are about 5 games under 500. Montembeault has been awful. So if we go to the trade block here. So right now, this is what they have. We're getting rid of younger players. Let's go ahead. We're gonna just completely open the block. So all forwards are available. All defensemen are available. And all goalies are available. And we are willing to give up all of our picks. So I want this to be an interesting video, not a boring one. Wants. Same thing. We'll make sure all of the picks. Give us all of the picks, please. Again, same thing. Forward. Defenseman. And goalie. So obviously, when we get to the trade deadline, our goal is to win the cup. So everyone in the prospect system is available. David Reinbacher, Michael Hage. Actually, no, we traded Michael Hage to LA for Doughty. That's not good. I guess here we'll go ahead and we'll show everybody what our assets are looking like. So if we go by potential, we have Hudson, Demidov, Dobson, Slavkovsky, Caulfield, Reinbacher, Suzuki, Duke, and then prospect-wise, we have Zarkowski, Owen Beck, Liam Greentree, who we acquired in a different deal. I don't remember. We have Philip Mazar. Let's see. We have Ryan Lynn we can use. LJ Mooney. We have a couple of guys. And then, of course, we do have our high prospect goalie, Jacob Fowler, who, if we do revamp our goalie system, we could call him up after the deadline, which I'm not opposed to. So, trades are open for business. Let's see if we can get some interesting offers here before the deadline. Hopefully we can acquire out. Here we go. So our first trade is trading Kyle Burrows, Jarrett Davidson for Shakir Moses and a 6th round pick. Okay. Best roster, it's up to the AI. We have to claim, so Robbie Fabry, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Montreal. And Slavkovsky's now. He'll only be out for about a week and a half. Columbus, Caden Gooley's now out. He'll be only out about under less than a week. We have won 3 games in a row to start the month of January. We do need to go on a win streak here to make the playoffs. How far out now are we? We're still last. 39 points. The wild card's 50 right now. Well, 46, I guess, with Carolina. I mean, we have a chance, but we gotta get some points. We need more overtime losses. We need some wins. Anaheim, we just can't get that winning streak. We just need a winning streak to happen here for us to beat something. Slavkovsky's back again, so he got injured twice this month, which doesn't really help our forward core. We are now up to third last in the division, and we're trading Ilya Mikheyev, Tyler Thorpe for LLs and a goalie prospect. Okay. Assistant DM roster, so... Oh, and now we're claiming Samuel Fagimo? Fagamo? That's how you call it? Pronounce his name. We lose to New Jersey, Bold Duke, LJ Mooney, to Buffalo for Connor Timmins and Kevin Stenlund. That is a fantastic deal for us. Wow. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. We're trading Philip Dano back to Chicago. We are getting a high elite prospect, or high top 6 prospect, sorry, Kanserov. Could be something, but trading Philip Dano, I don't know if it's the smartest decision. We're trading Matheson to Vancouver for a high starter goalie prospect, Medved, Philip Hedel, and a 7th. Okay, we're just tearing down our roster now, it looks like. We're officially sellers. Samuel Montembeault to Carolina for Sean Walker and Philip Ekberg. Wow, okay. So assistant best roster. So Jacob Fowler, welcome to the show. Owen Beck, Matthew Olivier for a 3rd, Paul Cotter, and Matt Dumba. Jeez Louise. Okay, now we're getting all the offers before the deadline. We're going to have so much work to do. Points in 2 straight games. Another trade. We're trading a 2nd and a 3rd for Dan Vladar and a 4th, a 6th, and a 7th. So Jacob Fowler, unfortunately, you're heading back down. Okay, now we're getting all the trades. All the trades are happening. Another one. Jaden Struble to Utah for, I think, Nicholas Nordith. I don't know what his first name is. Assistant GM roster. Ben Hutton, welcome to the team. Wow, okay. Connor Timmins, welcome to the team. Now we're oh my god. Now we're trading Kirby Dack, Liam Greentree to Vancouver, and we're taking back Michael Matheson, a 4th, and Mackenzie McCashin. Oh boy. These are some trades. These are not good trades at all. I don't think there's been one where it's been like, oh, I will take Louis Crevier. Never hurts to have a 6'6" beast on your back end, right? We're trading Hayden Papan. Okay, I'm not gonna pronounce that. I apologize. Alexander Texier for a 3rd and Justin Brazo. I don't hate Justin Brazo. 24, 29, and 4. About 2 weeks to go till the deadline. Arbor Jack to Anaheim for Maxim Massey, We're just acquiring all the Quebec guys now. Uh, Tony Deant. No, I'm gonna sorry. Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. San Jose we lose. Now we're last in the division. Yeah. Scott Morrow. I'll do that one. Welcome, Scott Morrow. Hopefully you have some value. We win. 2/3 for a third, Colton Sissons, and a seventh. My God. Okay. So if is that going to be it? Yep. So heading into the deadline here, let's go ahead and take a look. So our current lines are looking like Caulfield, Suzuki, Demidov, Slavkovsky, Hedel, JVR, Armia, Cotter, Ben, Newhook, Kapanen, Stenlin. Defensively is Hudson, Dobson, Doughty, Matheson, Caden Gooley, and Sean Walker. Goalies is Dan Vladar and Jakub Dobish. Our scratches so far: Brent Burge, Colton Sisson, and Justin Brazo. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's see if we just before we go in. So we still have David Reinbacher, who probably will have to be used. Same thing for Ryan Lynn. Obviously, we need forwards. We have to move a defenseman for sure. So let's go to settings just to make sure. Rules. Injuries are on. Trapezoid. Yep, keeping that on. Auto sign free agent is off. Unfortunately, I can't turn on the auto staff management, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. CPU trades are on. Relax. Hit trade offer, waiver notifications, morale meetings, 5 out of 6. Everything else is good. So we are now back in control of our thing. Let's see. So that's for the coaches. And I guess technically as long as we edit the lines, they shouldn't edit it anymore, hopefully. So let's go ahead and advance the day. We'll take a look at all the stats later. We are going to be a buyer, obviously. And we are going to enter trade deadline day. So our big need is, of course, a second line center. So far, none are available on there. So first things first, let's see, can we move one of our goalies? So we do have Medved here. Who can we can get some picks? Obviously, I'm looking for help. Toby Bar, Daniel Boo. That's not a bad one. If he's NHL ready, that might help our bottom 6. 77 for sniper, low shot. He's not really gonna help out, but I'm gonna do that. Welcome, Daniel Boo. Either you're gonna get used in another deal or you're gonna help. Let's see. So obviously we need a goalie. Jacob Aller is nothing out there for you. Can we move Dan Vladar? A fourth and Ben Smith. I think that's Ben. No, it's just Smith. Lane Hudson, Doughty. We do have to move a defenseman. I guess it would have to be Burns or Walker. Let's see. We can get some picks. Obviously, a prospect back is not horrible, or some like picks as well. So no one's offering us any usable NHL players. So Brett Burns. Let's see. Was San Jose offering us a deal? No. Okay. So then we'll send him back to Colorado for a fourth and a fifth round pick. Let's see. What can David Reinbacher get us? We need some help. Nothing. Okay. Can Ryan Lynn get us anything help? We can get Jason Zucker. We don't need defensemen. We need forwards, preferably not prospects. William Fogel, Charlie Coyle. Jared McCann's not a horrible one. This one's not horrible because he can play, and they just traded him. Oh, he would have been perfect as a second line center. I know he doesn't have the best face-offs, but that would have helped out. Horrible. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we'll look at the skaters matching block. So Nashville has no body. Silly out of the prospect. We're looking for NHL ready players here. Thomas Chabot, Sealer. I mean, if there's some type of deal for Chabot, it'd be 2 firsts and Tribal. It's not horrible. We'll consider that. Noah Cates, no thank you. Wenberg's is 85. Really good two-way. He wouldn't hurt our second line at all. He would probably increase it. Be Sean Walker, Daniel Boo, Philip Mazar, 2/3. Let's do this one. We're going to do Philip Mazar for Alex Wenberg. Welcome. Hopefully we can get a new second line center, though, and he'd be our third line. Anything else happening out here? Michael Bunting, Trevor Connolly, his prospects. So far, no players are high end besides Thomas Chabot. Shane Gostisbehere is available. Adam Jecko, Isaac Lundstrom, Cole Schmidt, Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane would kind of help our team a little bit, and there's nothing there. That's okay. Okay, so it looks like... I mean, Trevor Moore could also help our bottom six. It'd be a third for Trevor Moore. Let's do that. We send down Colton Sissons. I'd much rather have Trevor Moore over Colton Sissons. Okay, so all those are not available. So now the one we do have to consider is Thomas Chabot. And now there's no deals for him. Gostisbehere, nothing. Oops. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we do have to clear a little bit of cap now. So if we go forwards, obviously first line is going to stay the same. It is now Demidov, Wenberg, blank. Okay, we need a winger because we have quite a bit of depth now, which I like. Doesn't hurt to have depth. But if we can use Kantarov here to get a top six forward potentially, there's just none available. We do have to move some people, so let's move Armia. Get that cap off of our thingy. We'll send him to Colorado. And we have to probably move one more forward here. Probably, I want to keep Cotter. We can move Colton Sissons. We don't need him. Get a 7 from Boston. Prefer not Boston. Let's see, any potential help? Sam Savop. Let's go Parker Bell. Can help out the AHL. Let's see. And I think that's good for now. So we still need a top 6 forward. But I don't know. I don't know if there's any available. I mean, P. Suter, Patrick Kane obviously would have been kind of fun. Alex Lyon, Bunting, no thank you. Like, now we're down to 82 overall, 80. Like, so not really anything available for us here, which is kind of sucky. But if we go to forwards, I am going to allow myself one trade that is a player not on the trade block. So let's see who is somewhat potentially acquirable here. Can we get Matthew Barzell? We could. It'd be for Cole Caulfield, Slavkovsky, or Suzuki. I'm not going to do that. Miller, I don't want that. I guess we should keep an eye. What would it take to get Lafreniere? Lafreniere, yeah. So it'd take Kapanen and Doughty. Wouldn't do that. Newhook, Doughty, no. Hedel, I would do. Wenberg and Walker, I would not. Okay, so not you. Any deal out there for Tim Stützle? No. Drake Batherson? Nope. Keep looking. Can we get Mitchkov? We can. It'd be for Lane Hudson, Oliver Kapanen, and Scott Morrow. That's insane. We can't get any of those guys. Or I would prefer not to. Sidney Crosby would have been fun. William Eklund. Can we get Eklund? It'd take 2 firsts and Sean Walker. Okay, we have to consider that. We have to consider that. What would it take to get Will Smith? A first, Gooley. Ryan Backer in a first. That's not horrible. Okay. Oh, and he's on a cheap contract. He's a lot cheaper than Eklund. Okay, I think that might be our deal. We do have to see. Bring Shane Wright. We bring Shane Wright. 2 firsts in Travell. That's not bad, honestly. I would prefer a winger, though. Well, I guess technically, can Eklund play center? Or Will Smith, sorry? He can. What's his face-off rating? 68. Ooh, okay. So our second line would be Slavkovsky, Smith, and then blank, right? That's not a horrible one. We still have a little bit of time. We don't have to rush. Don't have to rush. But if we look at our forwards, it'd be Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav. Then it'd be Demidov, Wenberg, Eklund. And then the third line between Kapanen, Hedel, Ben, Newhook, JVR, Moore, Stenlin, Cotter, Brazeau would be the bottom six, which is not horrible. I think that might be the deal. I think. I mean, Shane Wright would be kind of fun. Actually, I think it's got to be Shane Wright. That's gonna be funny. We didn't pick Montreal didn't pick him all the way back in 2022, but we are going to trade for Shane Wright. It's gonna be 2 firsts and Chabal. Let's go. So that is the only deal we can do outside of the trade block. So let's see. So now it will be Suzuki, Caulfield. I mean, we could also go Suzuki, Caulfield, Demi. Slav, and then go right Demidov, blank. But like I said, I mean, Wenberg can play the wing, which is not bad. I prefer another forward. So if we package Wenberg and let's say one of our prospects, like Kanserov here. No trade offer. What about Daniel Boo? Nope. What about just Wenberg? No, okay, hold on. There you go. Unselect Daniel, just for him. Wenberg, we could get Dmitry Orlov. Okay, no. What if we were to just trade Kanserov here? Can we find another top 9 forward? We can get some defensemen. I mean, Warren Fogle. Obviously, I prefer not to give up Kanserov, but Warren Fogel's an 84. He's a power forward. He would fit that third line a lot better. He could also be our second line on our second line too. It's not a horrible one. Okay, let's see. What else can we do? So Kanserov. So it'd be Jeremy Lawson. Okay, so now if we go to Ryan Backer, is there any deals out there? No. Any deals out there for Ryan Lynn? No, just prospects. I mean, our defense is pretty good. Hudson, Dobson, Matheson, Gooley, Doughty, Walker. And then we have depth, Louis Kevian. Okay, we gotta trade Matt Dumba. Trade him to Boston. Let's trade him to Edmonton just because. And now let's see if we can move Scott Morris so we can have a little bit more cap. And get a fourth. But let's take Kevin He. Perfect. That's a little bit better now. We still have Ben Hutton too, but that's okay. He can play in the AHL. Still no deal. So Colby Barlow, Julian Lutz for Sam Carrick. Okay. Let's see. So Cappen's definitely gonna play. Heedle's definitely gonna play. Newhook's definitely gonna play. Janie Ben's definitely gonna play. Now it's just these guys. I do think Trevor Moore might not play. So let's see if we can trade him. Bring back a Camilleri. Get a third from New Jersey. We can bring Michael McCarron back. Kale Flair. Let's do the third from Edmonton. So that just downgrades our forwards a little bit. But anything out there for Shabbat? No. I keep clicking the A button when I don't want to. About 2 hours to go here until the trade deadline day is over. Okay, so let's see. If we go back to find trade. And we go skaters matching. Is there anyone new added to the block that we can potentially add, preferably a forward, to our top 6? Let's see. Karen, no. Orlov, no. Vince Dunn, no. Connor, Connolly. Anaheim just has prospects. Boston has prospects. Buffalo has prospects. Costa Sphere. Adam Checo, Lundstrom and Christensen, Cameron Schmidt. Patty Kane? No. Okay. I think that's kind of it. I don't think there's much else we can do. I think it's just going to. I mean, if we can get Vince done, it takes Shane Wright and Slav, or Slav and Suzuki. No. Just increase our defense, like, could be playing here too. I mean, we could also look for a goalie. It looks like Kemper's the best one available. Because right now we're rocking Dan Vladar. Okay, let's see. If we look at goalies available. 83 Saros. 92. I guess we'll do goalies matching the block, just make it easier. So Philly has nobody. Stuart Skinner, no thank you. Grubauer, no. Bennington, no. Let's see. I think our best one might be to go after Kemper. I know goalies don't really matter. It's always good to have a little bit of a high goalie overall, right? So yeah, the best one is Kemper. No trades, though. What about for Alex Line from Buffalo? I'd rather have Alex Line over Dan Vladar. No, there's nothing. Okay. So I think that's going to be it. So let's just, no other deals are going to be made. I will bring it back when the trade deadline is over. We'll look at the other deals that went through. And then we are going to fix our lines, make sure that they're the way we want them. And then we are going to simulate the rest of the season. And fingers crossed, we can make the place at the playoffs and compete for the Stanley Cup. And that is the trade deadline. Let's go ahead and take a look at the moves that happened. So P. Suter is a Philadelphia Flyer. Let's see. Nick Lardis is now a Ottawa Senator. Michael Bunting is a Chicago Blackhawk. Let's see. Of course, we saw that deal. Matt Dumba, of course, our deal. Nick Seeler and Montepallo are Florida Panthers. Of course, our deal for Shane Wright. Artem Duda is now a Flame. Lars Steiner. Okay. A second. Sasha Boisfort is a Saber for Jason Zucker. Maybe we should have done that deal. Ryan Lindgren is now a Flame. Philip Gustafson, that's probably the one we should have probably went after a lot faster. Freddie Goudreau. Jarrett McCann was one I hoped we could have got. Brett Kulak is now a Maple Leaf. Okay. So let's go ahead. I am going to... Oh, Sean Corrali. No, wait, no. We don't have to claim anybody anymore. It is our team. So I'm going to fix up the rosters, edit the lines, and I'll show you what we're going to be looking like for the rest of the season. Okay, so we are going to be rocking Caulfield, Suzuki, Slav, and then it'll be Demi, Wright, and Newhook. Kapanen, Wenberg, and JVR. Filipino, Paul Cotter, and Jamie Benn. Defensively, Hudson is still with Dobson. Doughty is still with Matheson. Cooley and Walker are still paired together. Goalies will be Dan Vladar and Jacob Fowler. I decided to go with Fowler over Doby for now. Crevier, Bell, and Stenlin are the depth. So obviously bottom six is kind of just Wenberg and nobody. But our top six is decent if you just hopefully that Newhook playing as up to a +5 is going to help out. So and also the HL doesn't really have any defensemen, as you can see. We are lacking defense. So let's go ahead and simulate to the end of the first season, or second season, sorry. So we are currently, that's a lot of points out of the playoffs. I don't think we will make it, but let's just fingers crossed our lines stay together. We don't get injuries and we can do this. So Ottawa after the deadline is a win. Tampa is a loss. We need a winning streak if we're gonna do anything. So we're 2-1 so far after the deadline, and we lose our best defenseman. And I just hit best lines. Oh my god. As well, yeah, I don't think we were gonna make it anyways. But I will quickly edit the McCann just to make sure that we are good. So Lane Hudson is back. So let's put New Hook back on that line. Then we're gonna go Needle, Kapanen, Barker-Belly. You're gonna come out for Jamie Benn. Jamie Benn there. JVR there. Stenlin out for Paul Cotter. Defensively, Louis Carrier will come out for Lane Hudson, and we'll just bump these guys up. Perfect. So Boston is a loss. So not good. 2-3 in our last 5. Make it 3 losses. Yeah, we're not winning this. Okay. So first of the first challenge of the accepting all trades is gonna be a failure. We're gonna miss the playoffs by a huge margin. Florida. We lose both games to Florida. Boston is incredible. We lose to them. Toronto. 3-2 loss. Yeah, our forward core just did not work out. And we're gonna win the last 3 games of the season, of course. So let's go ahead and take a look at stats. How was the team? Again, we only had 60 points. Pretty sure Lane Hudson led it last year too at 67. I mean, Shane Wright, how did you do after we acquired you? 13 in 20 games? That's not bad. Let's see, how did Wenberg do? 9 in 20? Ooh. Slav, Matheson, Kapanen, Stenlin, like 4 games for Bell and Crevier. Yeah, that was not good. Goaltending? Van Vladar, how did you do when you were 18, 7, 10, and 1, a 905? He was okay. And then Jacob Fowler was a 913. So goaltending was not really the issue here for us. Take a look at the entire league. For goalies first, Aiden Hill has won the most. Save percentage went to Ilya Sorokin. Goals against average for starters goes to Ilya Sorokin, so that's probably your Vezina winner. Forward-wise, for goals, it is David Pastrnak with 69, McKinnon had 65, Bedard had 54, Draisaitl had 52, and Matthews with 51. McDavid was 1 shy of 50. Assist King went to Connor McDavid. And point-wise, it was McDavid, Pastrnak, Draisaitl, and McKinnon, only one scoring above 100. Matthews was 1 shy. Kucherov, you were up there. Same thing for Eichel and Bedard. Rantanen kind of fell off. Defensively, Evan Bouchard with 115, 107 for Adam Fox, 104 for Cale Makar. Zach Werenski was close to 100. Same thing for Yossi and Hedman. Most goals probably did go to Bouchard with 29, 27 for Zach Werenski. Montour was up there. Cale Makar, Roman Yossi. 91 assists for Adam Fox. That's crazy. And then for the rookie skaters, it is Gavin McKenna in Calgary. Stenberg had a really good season too. Okay, so maybe we should have acquired. Yeah, that not making that trade quick enough for like if our second line would have been Jarrett McCann, Shane Wright, and Demi, that probably would have been a lot better. But it is what it is. We couldn't get that deal crossed fast enough, so let's we're gonna find out who is going to win the Stanley Cup. So playoff matchups will be Vegas and Minnesota, Edmonton and Seattle, Colorado and Chicago, Winnipeg and Utah, Boston and Carolina, Florida, Toronto, the Islanders and Tampa, and the Devils and Rangers. Let's see. Hopefully Colorado makes it because we gave them back Brent Burns and Yoel Armia. Hopefully Armia can win that Stanley Cup. AHL, I doubt our AHL team made the playoffs. I would be really shocked. Okay, let's stop here and take a look at the updates. So 3-1 lead for Boston, 3-1 lead for Toronto, 3-1 lead for the Devils. Islanders and Tampa are tied at 2. Of course, and tied at 2 as well are the Knights and Wild, Winnipeg and Utah. But Edmonton swept Seattle, and Colorado is 1 win away themselves from moving on to the second round. Go a little bit longer. Hopefully, we can get to the Western, the conference finals. Let's go ahead, stop here. And it is still a second round, but both series in the West are tied at 1. Boston has a 2-0 lead over Toronto, and New Jersey and Tampa are tied at 1. Let's take another look. So it's Boston and Tampa, Vegas and Utah. Hopefully Utah makes the Stanley Cup final. That would be kind of fun. Let's see, are we in the Stanley Cup final? We are. It is Vegas and Boston. Vegas has a 1-0 lead. They just played game 1. Game 2 goes to Boston. Game 3 goes to Boston. Can Boston win their first Stanley Cup since 2011? It is tied 2-2. Who's going to get the first advantage? It is Vegas. Vegas, who's, of course, looking for their second Stanley Cup in franchise history. Boston says no. It's Game 7 time. Game 7 goes to Vegas. They are the Stanley Cup champions. So they are now 2-1 in the Stanley Cup. So that is gonna do it for this. If you enjoyed and you like the challenge of accepting all trades, please leave a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave in the comments who I should do next. Please follow me at all of my socials as you can see at the top of the screen. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.